Hello students, in this video we are going to do a very important problem of series in the concept of iteration. Let's begin with the basic fundamental of this type of problem. The question is, we have to display the sum of the following series in which 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus till n number of terms are added. Now here we do what we can do for this. First we need to read the value of n, that is the number of terms. Here n equal to int input enter number of terms. Now we have to add continuously starting from 1. So let us take, it is a loop index say I, it is keep incrementing till n number of terms. So I am using loop for I in range 1 to n plus 1, because in range it starts from 1 until n plus 1. Now we have to add the sum, then sum equal to sum plus I. The starting value of the sum should be 0, and after the loop print sum. So this is the basic questions to perform the sum of a series. Now let us modify the question. We have done this question 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n. Now suppose if I do like this, x upon 2, x upon 3 like this, then what will happen? Again the concept will remain same. Here what you see, we are starting the iteration from 1 to n, but the value of I is in this form, x upon I. So the question will remain same, the answer will remain same, only this part will change. Here you need to read the value of x, input now you need to read the value of n, int input enter number of terms. Now you need to write the loop. I starts from 1 to n, so for I in range 1 to n. Now sum equal to sum plus x upon I, because here we see that I is in the upon of x. The starting value of the sum should be 0. After the loop print sum. Now let us modify this question to more complex. X upon 2, x upon 3, x upon 4 till n. Now I am raising the power. So here what you see, the answer is same, only the term is changed. Term will be x to the power I upon I. So this part here where we are performing the sum, means this part is going to change according to this. Here this part will be x to the power I upon I, sum equal to sum plus this. Rest of the part will be same, because in this we see that the loop continue from 1 to n. So we have written 1 to n. After that we are doing the sum of the term. Here term is x to the power I upon I. Now let us modify this question to more complex form. That was the basic form, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Suppose I am putting the sign of factorial over here. Now in this question we have to add the factorial of the term, and that term starts from 1 to n. So how we do it? First we need to read the value of n. N is the term, input, enter number of terms. Now we see that iteration starts from 1 till n. So I am writing for I in range 1 to n. Now here instead of adding I am adding factorial of I. So here I need to find out the factorial of I. So to find the factorial of I, we have to again write a loop from I to 1, because factorial of any number is, we have to multiply the number from number to the 1. Suppose the factorial of 5 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. In the same way, the factorial of 6 is from 6 to 1. From factorial 7 is, we have to multiply from 7 to 1. That's why to calculate the factorial of I, we have to multiply it from I to 1. That's why we are writing a loop from I to 1 to calculate the factorial. So I am calculating the factorial. Factorial equal to factorial into j. Starting value of the factorial is 1. So whenever the I changes, it will again calculate the factorial of that number. The factorial of that number is calculated in f. Now the factorial of I is calculated in f. So after the loop, sum equal to sum plus factorial. Starting value of the sum should be 0. So it is here. After the loop, we are writing print sum. So this question can be modified in this way also. X plus x plus x plus x 2, 3, 4 factorial, and let us say we are raising the power like this. Now this is the question which is having exactly same answer, only this part will change. Only this part will change, because factorial we have to calculate, and after calculating the factorial we have to change this part, because here the term is not the factorial. Term is what? X to the power I upon I factorial. Factorial of I is calculated this. So factorial of I is what? It is f. So this term will become sum equal to sum plus x to the power I upon f, and the rest of the part will be same. Means first you need to read the value of n, read the value of x, then for I this loop, factorial starting value 1, for j again loop. Here f equal to f into j means we are calculating the factor, and in this indent after the loop sum equal to sum plus x to the power I upon f. The starting value of the sum should be 0, and after the loop print sum. In this way you can do all the question of this type, that is problem of series. Now you can try other question by your own. Thank you.